Hi, my lovelies. Welcome back to Rejoice with Rejoice. Pa, 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 pa.
Falling in love with Jesus. I'm falling in love.
So, we are back with another banger. I'm joking. Guys, we are back with another topic. Before I even start this, I do like how there's always like a background story with like all of these things, like with all of these verses or all of this stuff we talk about. Like when I came here, like in the morning, I was preparing this other, like I had my devotion, and then I'm like, oh, this is what I'm gonna talk about. I can even show you guys. First, this side, like this side is what we're supposed to talk about, right? And then I was like, don't mind the mess outside, but yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, cool. I'm gonna talk about this, and this is something that I feel like we're still gonna talk about it like later on. But yeah, I was just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about this, and then I was just quiet, and then something dawned upon me. And then it's like, nope, we're talking about this, and I'm like, but I was preparing for this. And then he's like, nope, put that aside for now. It's supposed to be this one today. And I'm like, I don't even know what, like, guys, I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Then he's like, since when do you know what you're gonna say, Rejoice? And I'm like, okay, you know what? Sharp. And then I come and sit down, and then I'm going through the devotion that he said we should change to talk about. And then I'm like, can I not just like do it like for the Sunday video? Because like, let's take time to prepare. It's as if I was trying to gaslight God. So it's like, let's take this time to prepare. Since you're not prepared for this one, like I wanna be fully prepared for the people. And he's like, oh please, Rejoice. Like, I'm the one that gave you the mind that you used to think. So you think I don't know what you're trying to do. And then I was reading. I even have 2 Bibles. I had to get 2 Bibles. 2 Bibles. That's how I had to prepare for this. But yeah, so this brings us to our topic. And this topic, the Holy Spirit is really usually like takes over, but this one is I feel like it's a personal message to somebody that is watching this. Like it's a message not just to somebody. I think most of you guys, I think this is for like, because it's actually deep. Even I was in awe of it. But yeah, so today our title is do not limit God's plan in your life. So basically is do not limit God. It might sound like something impossible, but it happens to a lot of us believers. So our title is do not limit God. So I would firstly like to read this. No. First, let me give you guys a background of it. So Holy Spirit. Anyways, so you see, personally, I'm somebody that has like a lot of allergies, like a lot. People can testify. People that know me can testify. I have a lot of allergies. I can literally, my body can just wake up today and it's like, nah, I don't want this. I was eating it yesterday, but today it doesn't want it. That's how bad it is, right? So now, this is the reference that the Holy Spirit wants me to give in a form whereby my body, you see how it's a normal human body? We are supposed to consume food, we are supposed to consume drinks and everything else to nourish our bodies for us to grow, right? But my body wants to limit the food it takes. It wants to limit the consumption of whatever it takes, the drinks, the food. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm human. And then they go like, oh, all humans are eating fish. My body is like, nope, not fish. I'll eat chicken because fish will make me sick. So the main reason why I'm referencing this is the fact that so many times we tell God that, you know what, God, here is, what is this? Like, here is your body, here is your child. I give myself away, basically. And then we literally say, God, feel at home. Feel at home. This is your temple. Feel at home. And then when God wants to touch this part of the temple, you're like, no, not that part. You can touch the other part. No, not that part. You can touch the other part. So basically with me, with my allergies, they do the exact same thing, right? That's why we're referencing it today. It's the fact that so many times tell God to come into our lives, but now we are giving him sections of our lives he can deal with. We are giving him section of our lives that you can handle this part, I'll handle this one. Let's talk about sections of our life when it comes to our education. When we are sick or something, we ask God, I pray for healing and everything else. When it comes to our education, yes, we do pray, but how often do we tell God that, God, take over, you're the one writing this paper? It's so many times that we limit God in these tiny things. It looks like it's so small, but your education is not God's education anymore, it's yours. After saying that everything in your life now belongs to God, in such spaces or in such places, you don't let him take over because you want to use your brain, you want to use your what. We are not saying don't study, don't use your brain, but like it's that thing whereby you forget that God is the one that gave you the brain. So you're studying, but that's where it brings you, you're studying and still failing. Because you have never invited him to the fact that, God, this is here are your books. God, I did my best, now it's for you to do the rest. You understand? So it's that thing whereby we limit God, that we don't involve him in these different stages. You can tell God about how bad your day was, but only after you fail a test, and that's when you want to come cry to God about it. But during your preparation of the test, you didn't involve him. Yes, you prayed before you studied, but you were not involving him in anything else. You were not involving him in helping you understand the notes by telling him that, God, oh, let me teach you now. You see like how you can loudly teach somebody what you studied? Exactly. You can also use God as that somebody where you're good, like, oh, I was actually reading this and then I actually don't understand this. Can you help me understand this? You are not free enough to be able to go like, he can give you the knowledge. Because we are living in a world whereby it's like, use your brain. You understand? But God can make you understand something that your brain, that one that you're being told to use in class by your friends or whatever, couldn't literally decipher. But you can just be like, God, oh, I'm actually reading this and I actually don't understand. But how often during the middle of our study sessions, we can just pause. And there's something again I said now. I remember asking my friend, I was like, if right now you are seated in church and then God just says, leave, are you going to think that's God or the devil? Okay, let's say a voice just says, leave. Are you going to think that that's God or the devil? My friend said, out of all honesty, he said, I would think it's the devil, because why is God telling me to leave church? And that's the truth. But it's because of the fact that we gave him areas of where he can tell us what to do and what not to do. Yes, church is a holy place and everything else, but he can tell you to leave that holy place. But because we want to make him, his voice is only at certain, his instructions are only at certain places of our lives, that we are like, God cannot tell me to leave church, but he can. And I'm also a testimony of that. He actually can. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with the church, it's just you that is not supposed to be there. But we are not listening to him because we put him in a specific corner of this is what he can navigate and this is what he cannot navigate. Let's also talk about, what is this? Another thing is when it comes to, let me just say your love life, to be specific. You literally pray every single time that, oh, God, I'm a God-fearing man, I don't know what. And then you see this cute child of God walking, and then you start liking them, you start having a crush and everything else. You're having a crush, and in your journey of having a crush, you don't tell God about this crush. Remember, you're praying for a God-fearing man or God-fearing woman, but now you have a crush on somebody, and you're not letting God know that, oh, I have a crush on this person, because you're waiting for the time when you want to ask them to be your girlfriend, or want them to ask you to be their girlfriend or whatever. It's That's the time you want to involve him, when you guys are in a relationship. But it takes the stages for you to get into the relationship, but you do not involve God in these few stages. You get a crush, but you don't want to involve God, like in a form of God. I have a crush on this person and I just pray that they're the right one and whatever. No, you're waiting for you when you guys are already in a talking stage, and then you guys are getting to the point of wherever you guys actually want to like lock in. That's when you want to involve God. And then when things start going downhill, you want to go like, no, but God, I prayed, but God, I what. But no, you are not involving him in the steps on how you're falling for this person. And that happens to a lot of us. And that's not a lie. One thing about me is I can have, even my friends can testify, I can have a crush on somebody. I go yep to God about this person, because I have to God about everything. I go yep to God about this person. Trust me, 2 days, 1 day, I find out something. I find out something about them, something that I will even find out from somebody that I was never gonna find out from, like in terms of I just want to talk to this person about this person, and then they end up telling me something about them, something so huge. And when I mean huge, I mean huge. And that's when I go like, oh ish, because these are things I was never going to know if I never involved God. It seems like somebody will say it's a coincidence, but ask my friends, they will tell you it's not a coincidence, because it happened more than, let's say, more than 4 times, more than 5 times. Because it's normal to have a crush, guys. Like, it's normal to like go like, oh, this person is actually cute, you understand? But involve God in that person is cute, and then you will testify the way I'm testifying right now. It's painful to find out the stuff about these people or whatever, but it's much better to find out in the stages before you actually get into anything with this person. And that's something I can say I'm grateful for. So you see what I'm saying? Involving God in this little stuff, because you didn't only involve him when you get into the relationship, you involved him in the time where you were, where you just liked the person just a little bit like this, you understand? So we limit God so much in a form of, I had so many Bible references, but I don't know where this is going. God is driving this ship. But yeah, one of the references that we have is basically King Saul. You see, King Saul was supposed to be named as king by Samuel, right? This is what we're going to read, like 1 Samuel chapter 15. Yeah, 1 Samuel chapter 15. It says, Samuel also said to Saul, okay, we'll just go read it. Basically, let me just summarize this. So Saul was told to kill all the Amaleks, right? To kill all the Amaleks. Even in verse 3, it actually highlights, it says, destroy all that they have, and do not spare them, right? But you know what Saul did? When he went there, he decided to, he decided to spare the king, and destroyed everybody else, but spared the king. And he spared some of some of the good livestock, basically, the best sheep, the best oxen, the best fatlings, the best lambs, and all that was good, and were unwilling to utterly destroy them, but everything despised and worthless that they utterly destroyed. You understand? So he saved all these best things, right? And he was even saying that we are going to sacrifice this best livestock for God. His intentions were good. That's not a lie. But his intentions, no matter how good they were disobedience. They were disobedience. Like in a form whereby he was told that destroy all of it. And by all of it, he meant all of it. All of their stuff and all of them. But because of his intentions, he said, oh, let's spare the king, because the king is coolio, and let's spare the livestock and everything else, the good livestock, and then sacrifice it for God later on. That was disobedience, because God told him to. That's where he said, God, take over. And then God took over and told him these instructions. And then when it came to him actually doing the instructions, he decides that, no, let me spare this, let me do this. So do you understand? Most of the times in our lives, we are like that. God can tell us. I even remember asking this other friend of mine again, and asking my friends, asking this might seem long, but yeah, spirit is taking over. But you see, I was asking my friend, I asked him once, I was like, you see how you're studying and everything else? I don't know if he's the one that asked me or I'm the one that asked him. Yeah, but like it was the thing whereby it was like, you see how you're studying, for instance, engineering or medicine, whatever, for 7 years, for 4 years, for whatever, and then in your 5th year, yeah, God goes like, no, medicine is not for you, drop out. What are you gonna do? Answer this honestly, like just take a pause. If you're doing 4 years of a course or something, and then in your 3rd year or something, God is telling you that drop out, it's not for you. Answer honestly, are you going to drop out? And I'm not speaking as holier than thou. I'm not speaking that me, I'm gonna be told drop out and I'm like, oh, I'm dropping out. No, this is an honest question to like the both of us. Will you drop out? Because personally, I'm gonna force. Let me not give my response. Give your response. Like, just silently ask yourself, if God was to tell me right now, in 2 years before I finish school, or a year before, and He tells me to drop out because this is not my course, let me take another route. Will I follow Him? Will I listen to Him? Because that is how often, because your intentions of obviously wanting to become a doctor, your intentions of wanting to become an engineer, your intentions of wanting to become someone in life is because you want to help your family. You want to be the family pillar. You want to help people. You want to help heal people. You understand? Your intentions are good, but proceeding with them leads to disobedience. We cannot take that part away. So many times we disobey God because our intentions are good, but they're still disobedient. It's the same way with having friends, for instance. This friend is not good for you. God is like, this friend is not good for you. Then you decide that, oh, you know what, let me I'm not close to them. Like, they're not my best friend. They're just my friend because he's bad influence, she's bad influence. So, nah, I'm not gonna, like, they're just gonna be in my life because I cannot chase them out. But, like, yeah, we are not friends like that. God said, get rid of them. He said, if your arm is sinning, cut it off. Understand? So, conviction. Cut it off. It's exactly like that. So many times we fail to cut off the arm. Instead of cutting off the arm, we cut off from the elbow and leave the spot. Because you're like, yeah, the hand was the one that was sinning, so you just cut off the hand, while He said cut off the arm. So many times in our lives, we disobey God because we limit Him in a form of, even when it came, something I read in Psalm 78, verse 4, it said they tempted God and they limited Him. Verse 44 is Psalm 78 verse 41. It says, they turned back and tempted God and limited the Holy One of Israel. This was the Israelites. They were literally tempting God so many times, like not tempting, but they were limiting God so many times when it came to when they wanted meat or something. They go like, oh no, this God, why is He not giving us? They questioned, they doubted, they did what, they did what, and then they limited Him in a form whereby you guys already saw my goodness, you guys saw my wonders before. Now you wanna act like you never saw them. You understand? Which is a problem. Because so many times in our lives we forget God's goodness before, and then even when we start doubting or questioning some stuff, Either ways, it's just a fact that so many times we limit God in our lives because we gave Him specific areas to work on. Because I'm not gonna lie, I never used to pray to God about my allergies because I literally just accepted them and went like, oh, you know what, it's allergies, they're not gonna go anyway. But then moments when I'm sick, whereby, for example, I'm on an oxygen mask, that's when I'm like, God, please heal me. God, please heal me. You understand? But when it came to this tiny allergies, I never even prayed about it because I'm just like, it's allergies. I conformed my mind to the fact that, like, I settled for what the world gave me, for what the world said, just in a form of, it's allergies. I'm allergic to this, I'm allergic to that. It's true I'm allergic to it, but like, and I conformed to it. Like I literally just accepted my situation, basically, which is not right. Because we, as I said, we give God what is this? We limit God in certain things of our lives because we settle for them. We settle for the stuff, and because the world told us the fact that you can do this, you can do that, we forget the fact that God said He can do anything. Nothing is impossible with Him. Even just right now, if your car breaks down and your tire bursts or something, you're going to fight so hard to get like a spare tire and whatever, but you didn't tell God that, God, my car just literally the tire just went flat. I'm gonna get a spare tire now. Please help me. It might seem like you don't need His help during that time, but you do, because you can put the spare tire and just in 5 minutes it can also burst again. But because you included Him, you involved Him and asked for His help, even when He gave you the hands to do it yourself, you're still doing it, but you're still involving Him. Does that make sense? Just involve God in all these things. Don't limit the areas of your life where He can work in. Your books, involve God. Your family conflicts, involve God. Your friendships, involve God. Your relationships, involve God. Your eating, your coming, your going, involve God. Don't give Him areas of where He can work and where He cannot, because He can work everywhere. So the main message from this is involve God. Don't limit God at all. Lay forth your plans. Let Him know of what you want. You understand? Write your bill and send it to God. He can afford it, basically. That's what I'm saying. So, child of God, this is a very long video, true, but everything that is said was needed. And I'm just gonna give the last references as I gave King Saul. His consequence was basically, even though his intentions were good, he still disobeyed, and that's how he did not become king anymore. Just because of that little thing he did. Because he did not include God. Because it's that thing whereby, trust me, if you just say that, God, these are my intentions, this and that, He can tell you right then and then that, yes, your intentions are good, my child, but no. You understand? But he didn't involve God in that area because he took over, basically. And then another reference is basically the Israelites, as I said, and also, the Israelite, and also Zachariah. If you remember Zachariah and Elizabeth, you should read about that. But it's just, don't limit God because of what the world made you believe. You see, like for Zachariah, he was like, I'm old, my wife is old, and God silenced him. He made him a mute until the child was born because he was cursing the blessings of God. He didn't let God take over in that area because of what the world made him believe. Let's not be like that, because not all of us, not all of us are going to be in a position where we can be muted. You write a test, you want to come back, you want to complain about the test and everything else, instead of going like, God, that test was hard, but because of the God I serve. You understand? Everything is hard, but God. Keep saying, but God. You understand? Let's involve God in all these tiny things in our lives, and let's not limit Him in taking over in our lives. Yes, my lovelies, you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I had to get off the camera before I cry, but yeah. Bye guys. Share with a friend, there's a friend, and this message is not only limited to you. Send it to other people. Mostly a friend that came to you and asking you for advice about this different stuff. Send it to them. You understand? Send it to them. This is their message from God to you. Their message from God to them. Don't limit God. Mwah.